Hello viewers, welcome to my channel CADX Machines. I am Ankur Dhiman. Have you ever thought about the design thinking that goes behind the conveyor system design or any machine design for that matter? Then this video is for you. This is part 2 of the conveyor design series and I will discuss about the three main topics of conveyor system design. First one is the load calculation, and second one is the speed calculation, and third one is the power calculation for conveyor system design. Before diving into detail in these three topics, let me give you a quick recap of part 1 of this video I have uploaded in the recent days. In this video I have discussed about 5-step process of designing conveyor system, and these 5 steps are: number 1 is problem definition, number 2 component selection, number 3 2D layout and planning, number 4 is frame design, and number 5 is assembly design. If you haven't watched that video, then I will recommend you please go to the description of that video. I will be giving you a link there and also attaching link in the I button. Please do watch it. And in this video and upcoming video I will be explaining in detail about these 5 steps. If you want to fully understand the design process, then please stay tuned for more understanding of the design process of conveyor system design. Now beginning with the part 2, I will be calculating load calculation. Here I will first calculate the material weight, and second I will calculate the belt weight, and third I will calculate the belt tension using this formula, belt tension formula of Wm plus Wb into mu into G. So let's begin the load calculation. Here firstly I am calculating the material weight, the weight of the material that is going to come on the conveyor. First of all, we require the length of the conveyor. In the requirement section it is mentioned 4000 mm, and weight of each box is 3 kg, and pitch of each box is 500 millimeters. So from there total boxes on conveyor anytime will be given by total length divided by pitch. Yes, so total length is 4000 and pitch is 500. Then total number of boxes on conveyor anytime will come out to be 8, and from here we can calculate the material weight, which is N times W. N is this number and W is this number. N is 8 and W is 3. Then material weight will be 24 kg. Next is belt weight. Here I am using weight per unit area 5 kg per meter square. This is a typical value of any 2-3 ply belt. You can find it in any supplier database. I have taken an average typical value of 5 kg per meter square, and as we are aware from the previous lecture, width of the belt B is 300 millimeter that we have selected in the design, and from here belt weight will be equal to B into L into length. This is actually M. There is a mistake, and B is 0.3 in, we will keep the values in meter. 0.3 is the width and L is the 4 meter and M is the 5 kg per meter square. By multiplying this we get 6 kg of belt load. Now tension in the belt. Coefficient of friction is, I am taking 0.3. This is the typical value for friction between PVC belt and steel sheets. so we can take 0.3, and the acceleration due to gravity is 9.8, and belt tension formula will be equals to Wm plus Wb into mu into g. Wm is the weight of the material on the belt, and Wb is the weight of the belt itself, and by multiplying these number we get 88.2 Newton. So this is the tension that the belt need to the motor need to cover while transferring the power. And moving to the next calculation, which is speed calculation. So speed V will be calculated by this formula. Speed V equals to P into T, where P is the pitch and T is the throughput. Pitch is 0.5 in meters, and throughput is the how many number of boxes we want at the output. So we want 5 boxes per minute. So by multiplying these two number we will get 2.5 meters per minute, and here we can convert it into different unit. In SI unit it is coming out to be 0.042 meters per second. Now moving to the next calculation, which is power calculation. As we are aware, power formula is force times velocity. Force is nothing but the tension in the belt, and speed is the linear speed of the belt, and force we have calculated earlier is coming out to be 88.2, and speed is 0.042. By multiplying we get 3.704 watts, and converting to kilowatt we will get 0.0037 kilowatt. And now this is the theoretical power requirement. So we will have to consider two factors into it. One is the gearbox efficiency, and another one is the starting factor. These two factors will help in calculating the total power requirement for motor. So I am taking gearbox efficiency, typical value of 0.85, and starting factor is 1.5. This is a common practice to use 1.5 as contribute starting factors, because for starting some power is required. So this factor will accommodate those power requirement, starting the conveyor from 0 speed to maintaining a constant speed. So after multiplying these two factors, corrected power will come out to be 0.006 kilowatt. So this is the design power of the motor. So these were the design calculations for conveyor system design. Hope you liked it, and do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. I will come with part 3 of the series, in which I will explain about the roller, belt and pulley selection procedure. So stay tuned. See you in the next video.